Okay. Factor ax squared plus bx plus c. I think we corrected the other assignment for. Okay. So as we look at what we're dealing with today, it's the same general concept, except that you've got the a in front of the x squared, which is going to influence things once you start to FOIL. So when I think of the factors of 6, it's positive, that's positive. I can pretty much assume that I'm going to have positive factors of 6. I'm going to have a 1 and a 6. I'm going to have a 2 and a 3, correct? From here now, I have to remember that I'm going to have a 3x, and that's going to have an influence when I start to try to FOIL this stuff out. For example, if I take them in order and just do the 3x plus 1 and the 3x plus 6, I don't need to worry about first or last. I need to worry about outer and inner. Outer is going to give me 18x. Inner is a 1x, which is going to equal the 19x. Is that what I'm looking for? No. So that one is gone. However, does that mean that 1 and 6 are gone entirely? No, because I can flip the order to 6 and 1. That will change things. Before it didn't matter, now it does. Outer, 3x times the 1 is a 3x. Inner, the 6 times the x is a 6x, and it gives me 9x. Same as 11x? No. Now I need to close the door on this completely, and we'll focus our attention on the 2 and the 3. So 2 and 3. So outer, 3x times 3, 9x. Inner, 2 times x equals 11x. Is that what I'm looking for? I'm good. So the solution is the 3x plus 2, x plus 3. So just because in the past, we're able to pretty much do all the work right here. Identify it, find out exactly what we're looking for. Now you're going to kind of get to a little bit of trial and error. Now, knowing that when you have a 3x squared, whatever your outers are going to be, it's going to be something a little bit larger because it's going to be multiplied by 3. So if you use your 6 over here, that's going to give you the 18. Okay, so trial and error, use a pencil, give yourself plenty of room, okay, it is pretty much my best suggestion here. You can try to work through things in your head and make sure that you've got it right, but there's no substitute for putting it down and making sure. Okay. 3x squared minus a 2x minus an 8. Couple of things to consider here. First of all, my factors are going to be of a negative 8, which leaves me no choice but to use 1 positive and 1 negative. And the result has to be a negative 2. So sometimes it's, I recommend this. Just let's go ahead and list them. A negative 1 and a positive 8. Or a positive 1 and a negative 8. Following that same pattern, we could say a -2, +4, or a +2, -4. Really, you only have 4 of which to experiment with right now. So let's set up. We'll set up 2 of them and see if we can't get it within 2. Let's just try the first one. 3x minus 1 plus 8. I don't know why I put it there. But. So outer, you can do this in your head. 3x and a +8 is a +24. Minus 1 is a +23. So this one is no good. Okay? Over here, let's use the +1, -8. Again, 3, 8, -24. -24 plus 1 is going to give us the -23. These are gone. These are off the table. Usually you can figure out the first time you do it. We're not really close. So let's focus our attention then on the next set, which happens to be the 2 and the 4. So if we take it in order, 2 and the 4, 3x times 4 is 12, right? 12x minus 2x is 10x. Okay, does that work? No. Actually, we've got more options. Let's just finish this here for a second. Actually, let's not, because that's not going to give us anything. Even if I do this, 12, -12 plus 2 is 10. What did I fail to do? We can mix around the 1 and the 8. That being said, we can also mix around the 4 and the 2. So more than 4, actually, we've got 8. Okay. Anyway, these are done. 12, 2. So these are all done. Those are all not going to work. Start over. -8, +1. 3 minus 8, -5. Not going to work. 3, +8, -1. 3, -3 plus 8, +5. 5's not going to work. It's fine. So now it would be the last set that we try. -4, +2, +4, -2. 3x times 2, 6x minus 4x, 6x minus 4x, 2x. 3x times -2, -6x, 4. So the final one we checked was the one that it ended up being. Okay, now it's going to really be important that you are organized. And look at how many of these we went through until the last possibility was what we were looking for. Okay, but at least now it was all documented that we could say, all right, we tried all those, just keep going. Sometimes you get lucky, you get it right away. Sometimes you got to work through them a little bit. But you know, I also went very thorough with you. All it took was going through this first one to find out one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. You don't have to go through both of them. Once you find out that combination doesn't work with the 1 first and the 8 second. Okay, you don't have to go through both. Because what was it? 3x minus 1. That was the 24, the 23. So that first combination gave us a positive 23. The next one gave us the negative 23. Neither one worked. So you didn't have to necessarily go through both of these to find that out. Okay. Where it gets really tricky is when this number isn't what? Isn't prime. Because right now, your only choices are 3x and x. Once it becomes like 6x squared, then you could use 6x and x, or 3x and 2x. Okay. Two y squared minus y, which is basically like saying minus 1, minus 15. Give it a shot. What was the winning combination? Marlia. So 2y plus 5 minus 3. Okay, let's check it just to be safe. So the inner, or the outer, excuse me, 2y and negative 3 is a negative 6y. The inner is a positive 5. When those two combine, it gives me a negative 1y, which is what I was looking for. And there we have it. Very good. Yeah, question? Kind of jacked when you get it, right? How many did you have to go through? Third try. Okay. So if I plug in the 1 and the 15, 30 and 1, 2x and the 1 is the 15, it's the 16, that's not going to work either. 17, that's 17. Oops. So 10 and 30 is 13. 6 and 5 is 11. Yeah, that's not factorable. That's okay too. You know, sometimes there's not a middle to the Tootsie Roll Pop. You get to cannot be factored. What would be 13? This one was 13, not 14. No, it's all right. So I'm going to take that. We're going to kind of split this in half. I'm going to try and pick out some easier ones for you for today. Start with that.